I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I can't really hear you. Second off, the president still needs to say a few words.
Okay, yeah. Hold
That's
on.
exactly what he said. Turn up the volume, Kason.
Let me get the president on the phone real quick. All right, can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
All right. Today we're here for the game. Yale versus Harvard, two great schools. Not nearly as good as Trump University, but nonetheless two great schools. I went to a better Ivy League school, Penn, which is a great school, great alumni. I wish bigly luck to the head coaches, the gay guy from Cheers, Fraser Crane, and the author of my favorite song, a song that I know every single word to, Hurricane, Mr. Bob Seger. I wish all the players great health and hope for a good game with lots and lots of touchdowns. God bless our troops, and God bless America.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. Back to Mount McKinley.
That was really dumb.
Oh, how lucky we are to have
Joel,
the
you
president.
be just streaming, or are you gonna share screen too?
I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
So I gotta set that up.
So Mr. President did not make it onto the Joe stream.
He did not. We got our own private show, much like Katie and
He
Chris
did.
received their own rendition of the national anthem.
He did make it. I was streaming that entire time. Oh. He did make it. I was streaming that entire time.
That's what we like to hear.
So, I asked this earlier. What, Kaysen, Bomber, what are your picks?
Wow, fucking work.
Harvard. No, Yale. Yale. Get out of here with the Harvard shit. It's Yale. It's the Bulldogs. They're gonna bury him.
Chris, who's that coming down the track?
Who's that coming down the track? It's the mean machine in the red and black. Nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Harvard fan.
Alright.
Also, I have a problem. Can somebody come recruit 5-star defensive ends in that league? Because I have like 4 of them that are gonna come to my school if nobody does. Um, it's not the right one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna donate one to Central Michigan at this rate.
It should be fine. So who's inviting who to this?
She's joining right now.
I didn't do anything.
I think if you just join Joe, it should work. The key word in that sentence is should work. Will it work? I could not tell you.
I think it worked.
Ah, that's a first.
Maybe.
That sounds more like it, Joe.
Here we go. Game of the week.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All of the marbles. College football 2025. What is Harvard's mascot?
The Crimson.
The Crimson versus the Bulldogs.
Crimson Chin.
Here's the kickoff deep into the end zone for Harvard. And they will take a knee to start this game. Jason, you're terrible at this play-by-play shit. Like, I
I didn't
feed
realize I
you.
was doing play-by-play.
Jesus. Get
I
in
was
the
still
game,
recruiting.
Jason. Put down the bison burger. 2 seconds.
It's already fired.
After some technical difficulties, I'm
Quick inside zone to 29. Thanks for a short gain. Look, it's 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line.
I hate that I can't talk during this game. Like how
Yards
loud
allowed per
sucks.
game by these two defenses. They're both by less than 300. Very stout fronts for these two crews. And a quick stretch play to the outside that will go nowhere. -2 yards. We're at 3rd and 12.
It's not a good start for big unit today, Bomber.
Big unit needs to start acting big and quit playing so little. Running up 3rd and 12. The crowd's getting into it. Drops back to pass, throws it short, and he will not get there. Only a
lagging.
6-yard gain for Bella Swan. That play was
Kinda-
almost as terrible as her movies.
Don't know who that is.
It kind of looked like Kirk Cousins there, didn't it, Bomber? Throwing short of the sticks.
You know what? If she had thrown it just behind the line, I could have sworn that Kirk Cousins was playing in this game. Solid return by the Yale squad as they get up to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
It's lagging so bad for me, but it seems fine.
Not
on
really
stream.
flashy uniforms in this game, really more of a traditional style setup. Jason, I'm trying to let you in on this, dog, but you got to take when it gets quiet, son. God damn. Treat it like you're in a party chat with Tim. When he stops talking, that's your cue that you can say something now. God damn.
First off, Bomber, that doesn't happen. Second off, I like the formation out of Joe there. A little something he's picked up over the years, it looks like, as a coach.
Oh, and he's got him deep at the 10, the 5 touchdown. 87. The Duff man is back.
What were those defenders doing, Bomber?
Playing like mine did in the national championship game. Harvard secondary looking like the school for the blind out there this first quarter.
Yeah, 36-second drive, not a good start for Harvard, who was favored coming into this game in Yale, but this is a sold-out night game, it looks like here.
This isn't.
Whose
Not much
stadium
like-
did you use?
I think it's because I'm running off like the share screen and the stream itself right now.
rope.
It just looks awful to me.
Excuse you, Chris, that's the stadium in New Haven. That's the Joe
But it
Bowl,
says
some
it's
might call it.
fine.
Jason can't help but take notice of the difference in the quarterback rankings. Maybe some favoritism was shown when these teams got edited. Here we
You
go,
know-
1st and 10 on the 25. Quick short pass underneath to 83 yet again. And he's going to be short by inches.
Well, we got 3 tackles for, looks like the left corner out there for the Yale defense, putting in some work already. Getting tackles on these 2-yard routes that are being run. Oh!
Quick inside zone gets taken out by Fat Man on the defensive line.
Big unit has nothing on Fat Man.
It definitely does not help that I don't have her player names up on the screen. If they were on the uniforms, I could at least pick them off of the uniforms.
Yeah, when you go to a budget school like Harvard, these are the things that happen. They
You
care
gotta-
about things like academics.
Got an empty set, 4 to the right. Quick screen, plenty of blockers, and there's space, and he'll get the first down.
That looked like a play I'd seen from Georgia before by offensive coordinator named Mike Bobo.
Josh Kiska running 3 for 3 for 26 yards.
Legend has it that he should be singing for Led Zeppelin right now.
Big first down run on the inside zone.
I think that's the first positive run right now for Harvard.
Big unit is not performing overly well as he's only got 4 carries for 6 yards, averaging less than 2 yards a carry currently against that vaunted Bulldogs defense.
If I'm not mistaken, he's in the Heisman running. It's him and another Harvard offensive player named Long Johnson.
And an empty set again. Split out, 5 wides, and short across the middle again for 8-yard gain.
You know, I can't help but look at some postseason projections, Bomber, and these teams might match up again.
I'll kill myself in game. What is this foosball? Yeah, it is, man.
Batman won.
We seem to have lost our play-by-play man. QB sneak by the quarterback.
Can you not hear me, Kason?
No, I can't now.
Oh, that was weird. Still averaging more yards per carry. May need to rethink his name after this game.
Try on me.
Oh, flag on the play.
Oh.
Aiden holding penalty. Stretch
Let me
play
tell you,
really does
Jerry.
not work.
Harvard coming out in their vaunted wide stack playbook here. Uh-oh.
He's going deep.
Oh.
I just want this game done.
I don't think he was outrunning that corner at all, Case.
No, I don't think so either. I think that corner had the read on the play. It's like the corner's seen it before.
And he's going deep again,
What kind of
but
pass
there's
was
no
that?
one there.
Oh, batted it down too. Bomber, that should have been an easy interception.
That should have been easy catch, but there's a reason why they play defense and not offense, Kason.
You know, that's when they're younger, they get moved over there because they can't catch the ball. And after that Kirk Cousins-esque throw on Monday Night Football.
It is good to see them taking some shots down the field finally, though. They were playing within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage the whole time earlier.
You know, nice catch there by Katie Bin Laden.
Why does that say cornerback 15? Is she starting a corner at wide receiver? Was she got Travis Hunter on this team? She's out there terrorizing offenses and defenses.
And the World Trade Centers.
Drew had it from free practice today that there was a clone of Katie Blunt playing offense and defense at the same time.
Another disappointing run by big unit there, Bomber. I think, you know, that line's got to start blocking a little better. That Yale's front's going to have the day.
We do got to keep in mind, we were not expecting a shootout in this game as both defensive is less than 300 yards. Quick pass to the middle, and it's intercepted inside the 5. Middle linebacker read that one the whole way.
That was a poor read, something that Dylan Raiola wouldn't do this year.
Kiska seems upset about it as well, but that was clearly on him.
See if Yale can make this a 14-0 lead and kind of pull away with this one.
Quick base run for 0 gain by Roy Hibbert. Like we're going empty set, 5 wide.
Oh, Katie Bin Laden with the play on defense.
She's up early for the Heisman this year, but despite the fact she's not posting any serious stats. Mind you, of somebody else this year in college football?
I don't know. She's playing two ways. That might be the most impressive stat of all.
We're running shotgun, single back set, and a quick run. Duffman, who breaks free down the sideline. He is having a monster first quarter.
I think that's all she wrote, folks.
That's the second touchdown of the game for Duff, man. Second long touchdown, too.
2 catches for 151 yards so far for that tight end. He's in the running for the tight end of the year.
Bomber, you think that Yale heard about this -4.5 Harvard spread, maybe had it in the locker room this week?
They may have, and all the doubters in the comments sections, social media reaching out claiming Yale was going to lose this game. Really, Yale has put that on their back and used that as chalkboard material.
You know, Harvard's got to respond quick here, I think, with the way Yale's defense is playing so far and the way Harvard's defense isn't showing up.
It's really telling that despite the fact that they have more first downs and over 3 times amount of possession time, they still have a 0 on that scoreboard, Casey.
You know, when you got a tight end like Duffman who's just taking over and taking the game into his own hands.
I mean, you might as well call him Baby Gronk at this point. Another deep catch to Katie Bin Laden. That would make 2. Almost like there's Twin Towers out there for 30 yards apiece. Please don't ban me, Twitch. I like it here.
I think we needed to put a disclaimer before this game that nothing we say can be held accountable against Wicked Fridays. Let's hear from Coach Wicked Fridays at the end of the first quarter.
What? All right.
All right, after that interview from the coach.
We got there. As she runs a screen pass, running out, and he's going to get a big gain inside the 15-yard line. It's a good way to start the second quarter there, Casey.
Are you liking the creativity out here on offense the last 2 drives, Bomber? Because, you know, it's a little better than just the zone runs and passes over the middle.
These plays definitely look familiar. I feel like I've seen these somewhere before.
Oh, look at that.
Look, inside zone, come down 2-yard line.
That was a nice run there at a big unit. You know, it's like other plays kind of open up the run game.
Here we go, 5 wide. 2-yard line. No trust in big unit's ability to put the ball down to 1. Quick QB draw. Yeah, look at those numbers, Jason. I got 2 running backs in the top of the league.
Yeah, looks like taking a hit this year.
And he's in 7-14. It was 6-14.
Bombers underwater.
Maybe that'll be the spark Harvard needs to get back into this game.
Yeah, let's see if this defense can hold on. I mean, the offense now has 2 drives they put together. One obviously is in that pick, but if they can put together another drive here, maybe get a stop, they can get right back in this game.
It definitely has not looked good that it's just been 2 huge touchdowns by Duffman on Yale's team.
Would have thought that Julius Hibbert out there.
There's
Oh!
field goal, and it's incomplete. They were it's a nasty shot. What? Get up. So no field goals get kicked in this game.
You know, it's almost like it's the anti-Nebraska going on here with no field goals, Bomber.
There we go. We're going to see a return on this one. She kicks it short of the line, and 89 has broken it free. He keeps going, and he's down inside the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Yale Bulldogs.
Let's see if Yale can put together another quick drive here that ends in a score, or if they maybe try to take a little time off the clock.
quick inside zone from the shotgun. Hibbert showing why he's one of the top rushers in the nation.
Yeah, we'll see here
My
if
hands
he's
are
trying to maybe take over that top
cold.
spot today. He's had a little better start to the day than big unit in the line has, but we'll see.
We're going to start off with a 2nd and 3 from the 36-yard line. Just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Run an inside base run straight up the field for a first down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Julius Hibbert up to 19 yards and only 4 carries. We'll see if Harvard's defense has anything against the pass whenever it comes out this drive, or if it even comes out.
I
Ominous.
think you're seeing exactly what we thought in the pregame, though. Both defensive lines and front sevens are really stout, so neither one of these running backs has really broken a big carry.
Bomber, when your tight end takes 2 for 150 yards, you don't need a big carry.
Catches it in, and he keeps in the sidelines, and he's down the sideline. One man to beat, and he gets shoved out at the 5-yard line.
What a block there out of that wide receiver.
I would say certainly Carl Carson for Yale there. He's certainly been impressive for the lower-rated quarterback out of these two.
You know what he's looking like to me, Bomber? He's looking a little Mahomesy today.
Little Mahomes. Now, that was a great pass. And Mahomes, when he would have made that play, now here's a guy that he closes his eyes at night and he pisses excellence when he wakes up in the morning. Up, Chris Collinsworth. Running shotgun, tight end back to the right. Quick base run play inside, and he will not get there as he was tackled for a loss down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. How the hell do you even say his name?
So far a good start by this Harvard defense on the goal line here, making a little bit of a stand.
They're very close to it. Running back steps and he's in. A direct snap. It's like these two turned on the college football national championship just a few days ago and seen some plays run out of that book.
I really like that call there. And what about those nimble feet on our Julius Hibbert there?
He was very, very quick. The change of direction on this kid, he will be a first-round pick. Probably by the Cowboys with the way they are going about things.
No, they got to pick a defensive tackle. That's irrelevant.
Nose tackle.
All right, Harvard just let up another kind of quick score. A little better defensive showing there, but not really. Let's see if they can score again and keep it close.
Going 5 wide out of the shotgun set. Ball on the 25, 1st and 10. Snap, and he's running deep again. And the quarterback fails on his coverage. That's going to cost him some NIL money.
Oh, stop it, Bomber. You know where I've seen that before.
I hit square on accident.
I've seen that out of Patrick Mahomes.
It was a great throw. He made it in the one place his receiver could catch it, the left side of the field. And it was just an incredible play overall. Yale giving up the touchdowns. Finally, some offensive momentum, but it's not going to matter if the defense cannot stop.
Big stop there.
Big stop. That is 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions. The score will now be 21-12 with 3 minutes left in the second.
Do you think Harvard's coach might have been watching a little too much Dan Campbell highlights this season, Bomber?
A little bit. Not the good ones either. Like, we're talking like conference championship play level. I swear I can close my eyes and the blue uniforms are on the red, and it is the divisional round of the playoffs. It is hard to watch.
It's only the second quarter.
Well, Bomber, let's see if Yale keeps on firing here. Their run game has been not up to standards usually, but that pass game's going off.
I am watching Lou
Oh,
Merkel, and he is all over
oh,
there. And Duffman looking like
oh,
Gronk
whoa, what's he
Jr.
doing?
Lou Merkel has to help just put the team on his back and drag Duffman to the end zone. He is a true teammate, almost as good of a teammate as Pat Mahomes would be.
You know, honestly, Bomber, this Duffman's kind of the Travis Kelce to Carlson's Mahomes.
Duffman honestly has a full-on case right now that he could set the single-game receiving yards record.
You know, this Harvard team, they were letting up, what, Bomber, under 300 yards a game. They might let up 300 to Duffman in the first half.
That they have given up already over 300 yards of total offense, and we still have 3 minutes left to play in the second.
But, you know, this Harvard offense also has been firing 2 straight touchdowns and an end zone interception. Let's see if they can keep on firing this drive.
That inside zone, big unit finally breaking just a little bit of ground to get a 9-yard carry. Hurry up offense being run with 2nd 1. Clock keeps running. Get a snap in another inside zone where big unit is starting to space them out a little bit.
You know, Bomber, I'm starting to think here that the Harvard coach might be trying to run a little clock too. Maybe try not to get the begin before halftime.
You know, Kason, I thought the same thing, except for the fact that they really aren't getting that far into the play clock as they break down these drives.
You know, that's an excellent point out there, Bomber. That was a kind of a question call there on the QB draw, but, you know.
Sometimes, Kason, you have these guys and you think they're Pat Mahomes and can play this kind of game, and they just cannot match his amazingness.
You know, Bomber, they really can't.
Oh, he catches us short underneath, and he'll be taken down for a first down. And while we wait for them to reset the chains, is that Taylor Swift up in the press box? Yes, it is. That is Caitlin Clark up there with her, too. Look at that.
You know, Bomber, you know what I actually heard? Recent rumors have said that Taylor Swift has left Travis Kelce and is now instead dating Duffman.
I expect a new album from Taylor Swift regarding their breakup here shortly before this game ends.
And just like their breakup, that was a past breakup.
You know what they say, sometimes you just go a little too deep, Kason. Runs it short, and they hit each other. Haven't seen anything like that since I quit watching Division II junior college football.
Yeah, that was pretty bad out of there. You know, that's 2 Division I football players right there that they just looked confused on the play. And, you know, being Harvard players, you think they'd have a little more common sense, but
Their wide receivers coach should definitely make them run laps.
oh, what do you do here, Bomber? You go for it, 4th and 6 at 37. Try to
You
keep
go
field
for it,
goal?
Jason. You have to. You cannot give Yale the ball back with the way you have failed to stop them.
Yeah, I think, you know, 16-point deficit. We'll see him run down this play clock here to maybe about around the end and then snap it.
I don't think you'll see the play clock run down. They seem to be moving quickly, but if they don't, it'll still give Harvard over a minute.
I wish the camera
ball
wouldn't
if
shake
they
so
fail
much.
to get this first down.
And we've seen Harvard only has, what, 3 minutes of possession time to score 28 points.
Looking like there's 4 stacked to the left. Almost like this play has been run before. 286 yards passing for the Yale Bulldogs, who really aren't known as a passing team.
Well, they ran the play clock down there, Bomber. They burnt off 37 seconds. I don't know if it's going to matter a lot, but we'll see here. You got the pistol formation coming out here.
The fullback in the backfield, you don't see that a lot these more. Most teams like to spread it out. And he throws it short, and he's not going to get it. It'll be turnover on downs.
Just like Kirk Cousins, that's the second time they've thrown it short on a 4th or 3rd down. Another turnover. Let's see if Yale takes advantage to just blow this game wide open.
We'll see if Duffman goes for the single-season receiving record in the very first half of this game. But Lou Merkel has been pretty quiet most of this game.
Oh, looks like Yale. Oh, Harvard. Played it
Accepted.
perfectly.
He's running it back.
Shouldn't have
Almost
done
just
that.
started a first down with a meaningless play in between.
Yeah, that was quite the play there. Looked like Carlson thought he was Mahomes, but he just wasn't quite Mahomesy enough with that one.
He was not.
Didn't get the call.
He was very Jalen Hurts on that one, not Mahomesy at all.
You know, I think Mahomes could have got a pass interference on that one. What do you think, Bomber?
Oh, he probably would have got a roughing the passer because the air touching him at the end of that play.
Ah, that's true.
Throws it underneath again. First down. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 30. Clock's running with 50 seconds left.
I can't help to notice another check down out of Kiska check down out there.
Definitely looking a little bit too much like Blaine Gabbert for my taste, but here we go. Clock's running again. They keep taking 3-4 yards thing, but the clock is running. We got 25 yards to go in 36 seconds.
You know, Bomber, I can't help but to think what a different game this would be if they would have kicked extra points and scored that touchdown instead of a pick.
It would have definitely been a little more high and exciting on the ratings channel. But we still have a game at 28-12.
You know what they say, though, Bomber? If you're on Tad Ball, should be your uncle.
4 to the right as they go shotgun 5 wide again. And the QB draw. Questionable play calling out of Harvard right now. You're running out of time.
Hey, did you see that little defensive line shift there out of that Yale defensive tackle? That was pretty nice. It's almost like he knew what was coming there.
He saw something in the tape, but the clock continues to run as Harvard is showing some poor clock management. I'm not sure when Nathaniel Hackett got hired by these guys, but
there's 6. Oh my God, that was, that might have been the worst clock management I've seen outside of maybe, some Aaron Rodgers end scenarios or Andy Reid. Sure. We got a kick.
I mean, that was very Dak Prescott-like play calling to end that kind of game. I mean, he didn't even slide to try and save it, but the field goal will be good, and they will get points on the board.
You know, Bomber, getting points when you're down 16 to get down 13. It's kind of like we just saw that the other day when a team tried to kick a field goal there, but, their field goal wasn't good when they tried to do that.
Got 3 seconds left, and they give the ball to Duff, man. God, that would have been so funny. We hit halftime of Yale Harvard, 28-15. Yale up. Okay, so what's your thoughts on the first half?
Yale really took it to them outside that one pass. But before we get my thoughts, let's get a quick interview with Coach Katie.
That's a fucking Chris move right there.
And we got an onside kick coming out of half. This is a surprise for sure. Oh!
And Yale isn't even going to attempt to grab the ball.
What a play call.
Goodbye, Nathaniel Hackett. Hello, Sean Payton on the sidelines here.
Denver Broncos team went from Nathaniel Hackett to Sean Payton.
Well,
they did, and look how well that worked out for them.
Is that what Harvard did at halftime? Did they get rid of their and get their Payton in there?
There's too many things going on.
We better send it down to sideline reporter Chris, who had conversations with the Harvard coach at halftime.
Yeah, the Harvard coach said she was pretty disappointed in the performance at the end of the first half. That the field goal at the end was intentional. Just wanted to get points on the board. Wasn't trying to rush it. The onside was planned the entire time before the game even started. So that is what she has to say. Currently, she's going to try to work down the field and score another touchdown here, but we'll see. Back to you, Tom.
Always insightful information from the sidelines as prehistoric human, aka caveman, catches another one. That's his 5th catch today.
That's a pretty big game out of him so far. I haven't really seen a lot of stats out of him, but this Harvard team, kind of like this Yale team, more of a running team most of the year. So
going shotgun one back in the right, and he's going to run the zone play again. Get a quick gain for 7 yards. Definitely didn't match last week's efforts where he had 278 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but you know, we had 34 carries last week, only 12 this week. We might get there at this rate, but oh, another carry.
And he gets stopped short, 3rd and 2 on the 30-yard line. They are in field goal range again, but field goals don't help you when you're down by 2 touchdowns.
Let the game do its thing.
Is it just me, or is Fat Man out there looking a little gassed right now, Bomber?
He's looking a little gassed. Somebody better get him a cheeseburger because he is not in the game right now. He gets the first down on the screen pass yet again. Yeah, we'll have to do something to play up on that once in a while.
Mike Bobo play call right there to call a screen on 3rd down.
Mike Kiska drops back with 5 wide and dumps it short yet again. Quick gain for 8 yards down to the 14.
You know, if we got Mahomes on the other side, this is looking a little Brady-esque here with all these checkdowns and dump-offs.
If he's Brady, then prehistoric human is definitely his Julian Edelman. Just get the first, Julian. Yet again, they throw it short and get just past the first down.
What a job holding on to that ball, though, Bomber.
Almost like he had Stickum on his hands. Not the best throw, but it was behind him and catchable.
You know, stick him on his hands. I think we might need a little investigation.
Someone check his deflated balls.
Well, we got Brady, too. Oh, what a run by Big Unit.
Gets the first down inside the 2-yard line.
Will we see Josh Brady out there running some more QB runs?
Here comes the draw play. He gets short and knocked down at the goal line.
You know, Bomber, that was kind of Tony Romo-esque there, calling the play out before it even happened.
I was thinking a little bit of Newton action was probably going to happen, but not like Carolina Cam Newton, more like New England Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's looking like New England Cam Newton trying to get in the end zone right now.
As he gets touchdown at the 1-yard line again. These are not the Eagles. They do not have the tush push down to get that touchdown.
Let's see if they try it again.
Let's see if Fat Man runs the opposite way and lets them in. And you would have thought some McNuggets were sitting on the right guard's shoulder the way he got out of the way.
You know, he was kind of pointing at him, saying that they were too small for him. You know, you think they're going to kick this extra point here, Bomber, and cut to 6 points? Or are they going to do some Dan Campbell stuff again?
Hopefully you just kick the extra point, Case. At this point, you have to think about the win.
It looks like a third caller commentator is joining. Marco Burrito Jr., star quarterback of Iowa.
Actually, that's the coach of Iowa, dog.
Oh,
he's not cold. That's his son.
Oh, was it now?
Wow, way to be actual Chris Collinsworth.
Uh-oh.
89 breaking it free down the sidelines as he gets it clear down to the 30. Not many teams return kicks anymore, especially in user versus user games.
Well, a 6-point game here, Bomber. The pressure's on Yale more than it has been since the start of the first quarter, I think.
This is the most important thing they've done since the last time they placed Harvard last year. You have to wonder which team gets the lead, if they will chew the clock to try and end this game quicker.
It's not looking like Yale's going to chew. They said they're not scared of Harvard.
They did say not scared. That material blocking on the board. Hibbert going to take it down to the 45, 1st and 10. Only 10 runs for him in this game. You got to wonder if they're going to try to get him going in the second half.
Why wait?
Any words of wisdom, Taco Burrito? Thank you for that insight. Hope that all the corn is well in Iowa. Here we go. We got 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line.
I say, rumor has the Taco Burrito's busy game planning for his game 2 weeks from now against Nebraska.
As we get a
flag on the field.
Flag down as he gets the first down.
Barney Gumble, what a
holding
shot.
on left tackle. Barney
Oh,
Gumble,
Barney
really.
Gumble.
He's struggled with that most of this year, actually. Almost like his name's Garrett Bowles.
I think he's had a few too many beers before the game.
The shotgun back to the right, tight end to the right.
Oh,
Throws it straight to the corner, who may have a pick six. It looks like he will go to the end zone for 6. Obama saw.
It's Obama.
I'm not saying that, no. Look at that, Kason. They have tied it up. Now, hopefully, they simply kick the extra point and don't try going for 2, because there is no point in getting 2 points.
gosh, I don't know, Jim.
Last time that kicker took a nasty shot. I mean,
Luckily, the
Mahomes
kicker-
may have been out for a week, as we talked about his hurt injury and if he would last the rest of the season, but he would be back because he is a true Iron Man of this sport.
Well, Bomber, not that long ago, this was a 14-point game. Now it's a Harvard lead for the first time all game. Can Yale respond after 2 straight picks?
It was certainly
I don't
a
really give a
very,
shit.
very quick comeback for Harvard in the second half. I'm kind of surprised that Yale isn't taking more advantage of Roy Hibbert being as good as he is.
Uh-oh.
And he's going deep again, and Yale is going to respond on Harvard as they take it deep for a touchdown. Kason, this quickly went from a defensive showing to an offensive showdown.
You know, Tony, you called it. He went to Hibbert there, and look what happened.
Well, that was Hibbert, wasn't it?
Yep, that was Roy Hibbert.
Hey, he always gets his yards, Kason, whether it's catching it or running it. And he can pass, too.
We got a big third down or 2-point
Going for
conversion
2.
here.
Harvard trying to get that point back as Hibbert will take it in himself. He said on the sideline, he said, "Get on this back." And they are doing it.
You know, I think he's the hardest hitting safety in the league, and he still got the touchdown.
Yeah, not too many people were in favor of Brian Dawkins coming back to college football at his advanced age.
You know, that safety out there, he gave me shades of Darren Sharpa.
Green Bay
Disclaimer
Darren
for
or New Orleans Darren?
I was going to say, disclaimer for the broadcast, we do not condone the action of Darren Sharper and hope that he's in jail for a long time.
Big unit dragging him for a 4-yard gain. Almost Derrick Henry-like-esque. Of course, he has shown no real speed like Derrick Henry, so we'll say a little more Jerome-esque.
Well, you know, Harvard backed down. Their lead was short-lived for about, 5-10 seconds.
It was a very quick touchdown by Yale, but you have to wonder at one point if one of these teams is going to try to actually keep the ball from the other with how quickly they're scoring, exchanging the lead.
You know, that was a costly penalty there by Chug Jug, and Harvard's kind of had a problem with penalties this year compared to Yale.
They definitely have. I mean, this is almost like watching a Chiefs game
Wow, I'm getting
where
messages
one team
late.
has a ton of penalties and the other team not so much. But that's just due to the greatness of Pat Mahomes.
You know, we all hail Pat Mahomes.
All hail Pat Mahomes. And there's Taylor Swift up in the crowd again. Look, it's in the press box. She is definitely hoping her man, Duffman, will get another touchdown in this game.
A 3rd and 7 here, and I can't help but notice this game clock is starting to get, get a little less and a little less here this drive. It looks like Harvard's really taking their time.
They run again and they throw it short again. Caveman really sitting there looking like Julian
That's
Edelman
true.
catching so many passes.
You know, what a game out of this quarterback, though. Last week, 6 for 12,
keeps lagging. I don't
158
like that.
yards. This week, 20 of 25, 274. You know, he's
You
kind of
can-
putting in the work.
You can really see the progression in him from week to week, just like you did when Pat Mahomes. His first year, he kind of, wasn't really playing all that great, but by the second year, he was really, really good.
You know, that's great insight. Another quarterback for a red team, Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's just the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I hate this. That was the end of the third quarter as Yale
It's
maintains
so
being up
cold.
36-29 after giving up a huge third quarter for Harvard.
Time of possession in the first downs. Yale's really just living off explosive plays here today, Bomber.
Yeah, I mean, 18 first downs to 8, 13 minutes of possession time to 4. This is Harvard. If they're going to chew the clock, they have to take care of it and get rid of the entire fourth quarter so that Yale can't get away with their big plays.
You know, it makes me wonder, Bomber, if Harvard's pass defense could just hold up a little bit better against these explosive plays, that they could probably put a run together.
It's really watching their pass defense. It's just kind of like watching Aaron Judge swing. It's either going to be a strikeout or it's going to be a home run. There is no in between for them.
Decent run there at a big unit. You know, he's kind of putting together, after
Fucking
starting slow,
cold,
he's put
dude.
together about 8 or so straight solid carries.
He definitely does not have the speed to just outrun this Yale defense. But Fat Man and Little Boy being on the same side has really caused problems on that.
Oh,
As Fat Man stops him again for a short gain.
You know, as gassed as Fat Man looks out there, he's still making play after play. And he's just abusing that bird.
He definitely, as you can see, some wrap on his right arm as it's been hurting him, and you really hope he's going to be okay to play next week too.
Yeah,
he
but
did not finish last year, him and Little Boy.
You know, a famous quote by Fat Man was, "I'm not here to play school," and you know he's at Yale to play football.
School. You're gonna go a big 4th and 1 from the 36-yard line as the clock runs under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Throw the ball.
They're out here in this formation again. I can imagine what's coming, Bomber.
You would definitely
Everyone just
think that
leaves it
Yale
open.
might have Fat Man pinch over between that center and that right guard anytime they see that.
It's almost like
You know,
my team
Bomber, I'm
sucks.
seeing this clock run down more and more as Harvard's taking more and more time here. It's just making me wonder, are we going to see a Joe Flacco-esque play out of these Yale Bulldogs with a deep touchdown to end the game?
There may well be. Their free safety on that side definitely has driven Raheem Moore comparisons throughout the years. But look at those quarterback stats. That is huge play by Carlson. Only 5 total completions for 368 and 4 touchdowns. Literally everything that comes off his hands is either caught as a touchdown or intercepted by Harvard.
You know, those interceptions are not fair. If this was the NFL, those would be called back. Let's hope he kind of sticks it out till he gets to the NFL. You know, him and Duffman can once again be a combo with Taylor Swift coming to all those games.
As long as Kalen Clark shows up there, I'm sure it'll be just fine. Quick blitz by Yale as they try to run the screen again, and Yale plays it, gets upfield to stop them short for a 3rd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
As much time as Harvard's taken, they really need to score on this drive, Bomber. Otherwise, you know, it could be detrimental to them.
They really do, but if they fail to get that touchdown or they just the extra point, it really comes down to the greatness of Roy Hibbert.
Oh,
The remainder of this game.
big touchdown there out of number 83.
You know the name. Say the name, Caleb.
Oh, Bella Swan.
Bella
All-time
Swan.
shitty actor.
Bella Swan has had a better game than all 3 of her Twilight movies were. Was it 3?
No, Bomber, I don't talk
5.
about irrelevant movies.
There was 5? They fucking paid her for 5? Oh my god.
That was the history lesson of today's broadcast.
That was your useless Taylor Swift fact of the day. Just another pitcher to burn in my mind. So we tied up 36-36 with 3.5 left in the game. Question is will Yale keep going for their big plays, or will they drain the clock and end this game?
Never
You know,
see it
the
coming.
thing that worries me here, Bombers, if Yale keeps going for these big plays and throws another pick, this game could be over with, you know, Harvard taking all their time. He's going
He
deep
goes
to Roy
deep
Hibbert.
again. Hibbert on the side. Oh, he
Oh.
had a shot at it, but great defensive play by Katie Bin Laden.
Never see it coming.
That's the two-way Heisman hopeful right there.
And she has been terrorizing Roy Hibbert all night. You could almost say she has got the middle deep completely covered.
Oh, another throw there. Oh, another drop.
And Katie Bin Laden again. It was almost like the second plane hit the tower right there, Case Kennedy.
You know, they came together so fast and so hard right there. Just, it made that ball fall to the ground. Oh, that one could have been intercepted. It's fourth. Is Yale gonna do?
Dante Kelly with the great play there.
I'm gonna do what's called phoning.
You know,
I'm not
Jason,
seeing the
I
punt
really
unit
would
coming
have.
out.
I really would have thought I would have seen a little bit more of Roy Hibbert. I mean, when you have the nation's #1 rusher, like, you don't just not hand the ball to Saquon Barkley when the game's on the line.
He's going deep here to Roy Hibbert. Katie Bin Laden in coverage.
And knocks
Oh!
it down.
I'm doing this thing called phoning it
What
in.
a play out of Katie Bin Laden. I think Heisman front runner at this point for that play.
She has really stepped up in this game and made the big time plays that could decide the outcome.
Well, you know, here Yale or Harvard has the ball on the 25-yard line. They're already close to field goal range, if not in it.
Now you have to wonder, does Yale have enough to stop them from draining the clock on this game and getting another shot for their big plays?
Yeah, you know, Yale's really done a great job at preventing the deep, big plays today, but they have not been very good at stopping these first downs, and Harvard's racking up the first downs in the clock.
The defense definitely looks tired out there, but that's what Harvard seems to do. They don't get the big play. They just sit there and wear on you and wear on wear and beat and batter your defense until they are drained in the fourth quarter.
And another thing of note here, Bombers, if Harvard just gets a field goal here and not a touchdown to win this game, they would only win by 3 games, and I remember the line being 4.5.
The betting line definitely was at 4.5 when it got set this week. If they don't do that, there may be some very, very upset bettors in this world. There was a lot of money put on this game.
As our sideline reporter knows, I care more about spreads than the actual result of games.
And he fumbles it, and
it.
Yale recovers inside the 5-yard line as they have it on the 2.
What a play by Yale there. Oh my, imagine
if it ain't
being
broke.
big unit Bomber, nation's leading rusher and fumbling the biggest carry of your life.
Big unit definitely may need to rethink the name change down to something like maybe like a Garth or something, because he has just not showed up in the biggest game of his life.
A big care by
Duff man.
someone
yet
who
again.
has shown up.
By Taylor Swift's boyfriend makes another play there.
You know, this was so hopeless for Yale just mere seconds ago. Now, not a bad, dropped there, but you know, Yale's in the driver's seat now, and it looked pretty hopeless a couple seconds ago there, Bomber, didn't it?
The question is if you get pushed too far, will Yale allow the clock to run out and force overtime?
You know, it's something that's got to be at the back of their coach's mind right now. Oh, what a terrible
Poor
throw.
by the way. He threw that one to the cheap seats. I don't know what he was looking at.
You know, he's only completed one of his last 7 passes. This is not a very Mahomes-esque performance out of him lately.
He goes back to Taylor Swift's boyfriend, who catches it again. He is almost on the borderline of field goal range. That is 5 catches and 282 yards and 3 scores for the big man dating the pop star.
The real question is, will he go for the field goal here after getting a couple more yards, maybe?
The answer is no. He will not. He does not. He goes to bite kneecaps, and he is going to score touchdowns.
You know, some wonder if that could be the end. That could be a detriment to his game, but you know, maybe it won't be. Duffman. Oh!
Oh, very,
that
very
was
close to Duffman getting another one there.
That was close to Duffman getting another one, but I thought it might be close to being a pick right there. That was not a very well thrown
very
ball.
close.
A
It
couple
went
people
right
had
through
a
his
chance
hands.
at that.
But like I said, Case, in this defense, man, they're hit or miss. It's a strikeout or it's a home run. They really don't seem to know where the ground is in between.
Big third down here. Just got to convert if you're Yale.
He throws it deep to Hibbert again, who's been outrun. That is not Hibbert. That is his backup. Coach suggested us for a 64-yard field goal.
You know, some teams like Nebraska would have taken that kick and made it, but not Yale. They don't have as much faith in their kicker. The field goal, the coach once said.
He's going for it on 4th down. And he throws it.
Did he catch that?
Caught it at the 35.
Did he catch
drag
that?
the toe.
Oh, I don't know if he caught that. There's a booth review. I don't know if he caught that, Bomber. That was a close one.
He did. They have confirmed the catch on the sidelines. First
What
down
a
on the
catch.
35-yard line. This is more exciting than I thought it was going to be. He takes the snap, but he's going to hit him deep. He's going to throw it. It's Lou's chance to shine, and he does not deliver. He's been rather quiet in this game, other than him helping Duffman to the end zone earlier.
You got to wonder if one of these might get picked off here the way they're throwing them.
It's getting dangerously close, but remember, they do play defense for a reason. Yale finally leaning on their Heisman hopeful. Brody Hibbert get the ball down.
You got to wonder, does this mean Yale's going for the field goal?
Handing the ball to Hibbert, it's really a 50-50. They don't even do that to drain the clock because he is their home run hitter.
Harvard calling their first time out.
Leaving 49 seconds on the clock. Yale's got a first down inside the 22. Quick snap, inside zone. Gets outside, down to the 16. Harvard is running out of timeouts.
I almost wonder if, you know, Yale burns Harvard's last time out here, if they kind of run it down and kick that field goal.
The one thing you won't want to do is have the same fumble that Big Unit did. It really cost him not getting that first and fumbling the ball. So don't do anything flashy and just go get inside there, get this clock gone.
Bomber, if you're the coach here, do you almost take the knee or keep it in bounds here and just kick the field goal at the 4-yard line with 40 seconds left?
Your feelings definitely are not hurt if you get tackled inside the 5 because you can let that clock go all the way down if you feel like it.
It looks like that's setting up here for a game-winning field goal, and without a timeout, Harvard cannot ice the kicker.
Now you just gotta hope.
For the win.
Me personally, Kason, I never liked waiting on the field goal. It's a little too challenging. There's so much that has to go into it. The blocking, the hold, the kick itself.
I'll kill myself in game if I miss this.
12-mile-an-hour wind here against him. Could we see a Blair Walsh circumstance happen here?
He is really letting that clock... Oh. I'm out on the field. That was getting way too close for my liking. You got to kind of question Yale trying to ice their own kicker. But maybe the coach knows something we don't. He lines up again. Clock running down.
Snaps good, holds
it through, and Yale will win 39-36 in the showdown of the entire week. That was game of the year potential right there, Casey.
You know, I really think that was game of the year. We haven't had any game quite like that this year. And look at Duffman, player of the game. He's gonna go home to take two butter.
Huge stats by him. 282, 3 touchdowns. He only had 5 catches, so he was gold on getting to the end zone. But let's hear from the winning coach. Wicked Fridays, that game, man. What are you feeling right now?
Outside of the gameplay itself. Like, I didn't even really play the game in the second half. I was playing music.
All right, always inspiring. I can see why your men were so fired up for that second quarter. How about on the losing side, Harvard? Any words to your guys after a hard-played game like that and potentially your playoff seeding going away?
Oh, you know, it was a great game. I actually play my games. You know, not a bad loss by Harvard. You know, proud of my team. Yeah, big unit's taking some hits this year.
Now, did you find it insulting at all, maybe for the next matchup between the two, that he literally said the only reason you were in this game is because he was listening to music and off in a different world?
Sounds like that. Sounds like Yale's coaching to me. Listening
Case
to
and
music.
any
Can't
final
argue
thoughts
that.
on what we just saw?
You know, it was a good game. I'm really hoping we get Harvard Yale 2.0 and maybe the American Championship and maybe a 3.0 in the playoff.
That would be quite the setup. Maybe some coaches would think so. Taco Burrito, anything to add on to the broadcast? Always insightful yet again.
Nah, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. He is, you know, Kaysen, he really broke that down and really added to it about like his driving in GT7 has been lately. Really hit or miss. Chris Torrance, the sideline has to be crazy down there for Yale. What are you seeing?
It is absolute pandemonium here as the Yale students have rushed the field. They're all celebrating. I think they're tearing down the goalposts as we speak and throwing them into the Pacific Ocean. I got a word from the Yale president. They would really like to thank UCLA for letting them use their stadium for this game and the Rose Bowl Commission and everyone over there in Los Angeles, California. Even though there are devastating fires that are going on there right now, they were still able to get this game in this historic
Also, they're on
game.
the East Coast.
And all I can say is, I'm ready for the next one.
You know, Duffman was just on fire out there today is my last thoughts, Bomber.
He had the game of the century. Maybe he should be in the Heisman consideration at the end of this with the way he has played this season overall. But that game right there, that was a staple game. That is highlights. That is NFL teams right there looking at you as their first pick.
Well, from all of us at Kaysen Broadcasting Network, we want to wish you a happy evening.
And from our sponsors from the Taylor Swift recording studio, I'm Rubber, you're Glue, so fuck you.